Howdy, 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 my darling Capricorn. How are you doing today? My name is SimplyVelca, and today, darling, I'm going to be getting into your weekly tarot reading, Capricorn, for January 2023, darling. So if you do enjoy this tarot reading, let me know in the comments below, Capricorn, how this tarot reading resonates with you, and because that's how I keep up with you, of course. And the best way to support me, darling Capricorn, is just give this video a like and subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. Even though it's such a small thing, you wouldn't think it makes a difference, but it really does. And remember, Capricorn, just like in astrology, when you're taking in your general tarot readings on YouTube or whatever platform, Capricorn, all right, to check out your sun, moon, and your rising. That's how you get the best understanding of what's happening in your life, not just from your one zodiac sign. All right, so let's just get right into this, starting out in the back of the deck energy for you, Capricorn, which is the girl, I almost dropped the entire deck. So let's just pull this one card, the back of the deck being the Chariot card coming in. All right, so now the back of the deck energy is the stuff that you don't see coming towards you. All right, so something really positive. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's pull a clarifying card here. All right, King of Wands here, and then the Star energy here. All right, so my intuition was correct, but I like to just back it up with some of the tarot cards here. All right, so something positive is coming in here that you don't really see coming here, Capricorn. All right, so let's unpack this here. The Chariot card, I always like to say, Capricorn, is like the Uber service from your spiritual team, the universe, what have you, right? Something's coming forward to you pretty quickly, and it's something that it's through some type of action or some type of decision, some type of acceptance, I hear as well. Maybe you shifted something mentally with yourself. Maybe you made the choice of officially committing to doing something rather than just talking the talk. You're finally doing it. I'm almost getting like this message here, Capricorn, where it's like you always daydreamed about doing something, but I feel like 2023 for you is going to be where it's just like, you know what? I've talked about it enough. Let me actually be about the action. Let me put my money where my mouth is here. King of Wands energy, and whatever the case is here, Capricorn, all right, this King of Wands energy represents this sense where people are inspired by you. So it's definitely this sense of like, I don't know what this is, you know, could be dating life, could be, you know, career wise, whatever the case is. It does garner attention. It does garner this sense of where you are some type of authority, where you are demanding some where when you step into the room leading with whatever passion it is, you know, very much so like influencer. Maybe you decided to do something online, or maybe you decide to open up your own business, right? Definitely there's eyes on you, but there's this sense of respect with those eyes that are on you, right? Because people are seeing you as like an authoritative for that. Afterwards here, you have the Star energy. Now the Star energy, Capricorn, represents like a wish being granted for you. It's like those deepest desires that you've always had for yourself, right? And it doesn't have to be anything like super superficial, right? Maybe it could be, right, in this sense where it's like, oh, I always wanted to be an influencer or have a YouTube channel, you know. But it also, I feel like it goes a little bit deeper for you, Capricorn, where it's like you're not necessarily chasing after a specific title. You're more so chasing after an experience, a feeling. So I kind of get this sense of where it's like maybe you have really daydreamed of this idea of like going on some type of trip somewhere, or maybe moving somewhere, or perhaps just being at a place where you're no longer stressing about finances. Whatever the case is here, Capricorn, it's happening. Again, this is very much so this big energy where it's like you've always had this daydream, right? That's really what the star represents. It's like there's something that you've daydreamed about, Capricorn, right? And it's like you've always wanted it, but you didn't know how to really go about executing that plan there, right? And so how this dynamic shapes up to be is where it's like you finally, instead of just daydreaming about it, you're taking physical actions, physical steps towards that goal, and it really starts working out for you. So I guess where my question initially is, Capricorn, is like, what is it that you have been really on the fence about, right? Continuing on from the back of the deck, you have the Two of Swords and then the Devil card here. What has been holding you back? All right, you know, the first thing that comes to mind for me, Capricorn, when I see this for you is like, you know, this is your energy, by the way, with that Devil. So it's like, you know, it goes a little bit deeper than what you would just see from basic tarot understanding here, but very much so, you know, maybe you've always daydreamed about doing X, Y, and Z, but you've always had imposter syndrome. You know, you always had something that was holding you back, and it could be a person, it could be this sense of like an insecurity of like you're something with your health, something with finances here, but you've been sitting at a crossroads for quite some time, Capricorn, and now I see some pretty big changes happening. All right. With the Chariot and all that back of the deck energy aside here, we look at the 3 cards that I pulled for you initially. And I know some of you Capricorns have probably kept your head and kept mind of it. Whereas like, Velka, don't think you're slick. We saw that Tower card as your first card that we pulled for you, right? You have the Tower, 8 of Pentacles, and the Magician card coming in here. All right. So let's break this down. The Tower energy. Now, the Tower energy is something a lot of people fear, for good reason, or what I feel indifferent towards the Tower. The Tower ultimately, Capricorn, represents the sense of like big changes happening. All right, a big transition happening, kind of removing you out of your comfort zone. All right. But these other 2 cards really tell the story behind what the Tower is, rather than it being something extremely dramatic. Well, yes, there's still some drama to it, right? But the 8 of Pentacles comes in afterwards, right? Now, the 8 of Pentacles, that's a card of like going back to school, furthering your knowledge or something, and essentially just like going up in the ranks, all right? And so in this type of way here, it's like the Tower energy is influencing this here, where it's just like, all right, Tower energy, but it's for the betterment of yourself here because of the 8 of Pentacles. So you could very much so be making a drastic change in your career, making a drastic change in like your living situation. But it's, again, because the 8 of Pentacles is in the upright, you're going up from it. So while yes, it's initially uncomfortable, the transition is uncomfortable, which is just natural. Like transitions just in general are uncomfortable here. You have this Magician card coming in here, which is such a fabulous complementary card, Capricorn, because the Magician is the one that is usually what I guess even in this illustration of it, it's depicted as well, where it's like one hand, as the Magician has one hand up above, which represents the divine, and then one hand down below representing the earthly realm. So it's like taking some divine idea, right, taking that daydream, right, if we're going to reference the star energy once again, Capricorn, right, you take that daydreaming energy, and the Magician, they're the one that manifests the reality that they want to see in this world. The Magician uses everything that is possible to around them, right, all the tools in the toolbox to create the reality that they want. And so how you would shape all this out to be is that you are actually the one that does the Tower moment. The people usually are afraid of the Tower, Capricorn, because they're just like, oh, like, unexpected changes, da, 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 da. But you are the one that makes this drastic change. You are the one that finally makes that choice from that crossroads, Capricorn. You're just like, nope, I got to make a change here. I'm changing things up, and I'm going to bring forth this reality that I want to see for myself, right? And so I really wouldn't be surprised, Capricorn, if like, are you having like this grand desire of changing jobs, careers, or education or something, or just drastically shifting from what it is that you have been doing in your life, Capricorn, or where you've been living? Whatever the case is, all this change is a very welcome change, in my opinion. All of this really just ultimately represents, for me, to you, Capricorn, is the sense where it's like you're no longer daydreaming about best case scenarios or like what ifs. You're not entertaining like that, oh, what if things could be like this, imagine if, and you're just like, no, actually, I'm done playing pretend, I'm done daydreaming, and I'm about to be about the action. For some reason, Capricorn, I get like this distinct feeling of where it's like you recently had this sense of awareness with your where it's like you no longer want to live with any type of regret, or maybe you've heard that recently or something. But it's definitely this sense of where it's like you don't want to leave this world not being able to say you didn't try to go after this thing that you've been daydreaming about for quite some time. All right, so let's get into your oracle reading today, Capricorn. All right, which right off the bat, we have cool your emotions, Capricorn. All right, full moon in Aries, cooling your emotions. Now let's get a couple tarot cards in association with that. Cooling your emotions, Queen of Cups. And then we have the Justice card. Now this card was inverted for you, Capricorn. All right, so cooling your emotions, there's definitely some sense of like someone that you had or is close to you. I feel like this is always like this sense, Capricorn, that I like to say with the Queen of Cups, where it's like someone in your inner circle, someone that you've trusted, what have you. All right, Justice card being in the reverse here, there's definitely this sense of where I feel like someone in your close-knit circle is it like disrespected you, Aquarius? For some reason I wanted to say Gemini, so is it like someone that has Gemini in their chart or something? But whatever the case is, Capricorn, I feel like you felt disregarded in a situation, really disappointed with someone in your close circle, and spirit, for whatever the reason is, they're just like, cool your emotions with this here, Capricorn. I hear like this message where it's like you're going to gain clarity about a situation soon. All right, High Priestess card coming in here, letting me know that intuitively you on some level know this as well. Before you take action in regards to something in your personal life, Capricorn, wait out for a little bit more information, because it's going to come. That is for a fact. All right, and so let's get your animal oracle card for today, and then I'll leave you to it, my darling. All right, Capricorn, this is such a pleasure in doing this reading, by the way, so thank you for trusting me and allowing me to do this reading for you. All right, so very interesting, the tone that your oracle cards have set here at the very end. You have the Wasp spirit, Capricorn, which is number 1 in numerology, which is very much so in alignment with with your basic tarot reading, because the number 1 is associated with the Magician card, Aquarius. Now I'm calling you Aquarius. The star is Aquarius energy, but Capricorn, yeah, the number 1 is associated with the Magician. And so definitely you are the Magician. You are really in a lot more control than what I think you are aware of right now, Aquarius. Again, I'm wanting to call you Aquarius. Why am I feeling Aquarius energy here? I'm going to pull a separate card in regards to that. Like, it's so interesting. I'm getting all this air energy all of a sudden, Capricorn. But yeah, that card says sometimes life stings. Like, I really do feel like there's this sense of like someone that you cared about really hurt you. 4 of Wands in the reverse. And then you, wow. So if I'm willing to put my money on it here, Capricorn, it was because like I haven't even done readings for air signs in a hot biscuit, but I feel like there's someone that had like strong Aquarius in their chart, or maybe I'm just consistently referencing this star energy because that is the major arcana associated with Aquarians here. But it almost feels as if there was someone or something that really held you back from being able to chase after your dreams beforehand. And now that they're no longer part of the picture, or it's like almost as if someone's trying to have you cut them out of their life. I don't feel like it's consciously or like a choice that they're thinking about, Capricorn, but it's almost like someone's giving you a reason to cut them out of your life now. All right. And so it's almost this sense of where it's like, you know, if they want to be cut out of your life so bad, allow them to, because you have so many other things that you're going to be working on, Capricorn, that you don't have time for this here. All right. But it is really interesting to me where it's like both of your oracle cards take this tone of where it's like someone really disappointed you or hurt you, and you're trying really hard to not react in the way that you would normally want to react in. I don't know. Let me know what that's about though, Capricorn. But I hope something in here resonated with you, and I'll connect to you sometime in the near future, my beautiful Capricorn. All right. Bye, darling.